going to get a little real. We recently had a list of come through of our clients that have passed. Being in the Medicare world, we do run into that, unfortunately. But we just wanted to let you know the importance of letting your circle, your family, your close friends, the people that you see every day and work with every day, know about the people that are helping you. So your insurance providers, your doctors, your specialists. I mean, heck, the cafe you go to regularly, let them know about, us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to know that when we get those hard conversations coming in, we want to be able to send our sympathies and, reach out to your family and do what we can to just be there and pray for those.
Absolutely. It is a hard reality that we deal with, that because we are working with people that are in their retirement years, we do run into people passing away, and every single one of them hits hard, because our clients become like our family, and so it's always really hard. But it's especially hard if we didn't know about it until maybe weeks and sometimes even months later. And man, we hate that, only in the sense that we would have wanted to share our sympathies. If we could help walk family members through what are some of the things they needed to do or didn't need to do as far as the insurance was concerned. How much did they need to take care of and how much would get taken care of. So
if they had a life insurance policy they didn't know about, or
absolutely. So certainly we can only speak to things that we have helped people with, but we can absolutely help with those things, right? And how that affects someone after they've passed. And so making sure that your kids, your spouse, a lot of times we run into couples, and we're gonna pretty much require that we meet with a couple, but a lot of times one handles all of that. So they know where all the policies are, the phone numbers, the lists of doctors or things like that are held. And so if that one passes away first, the other might not know, who do I need to call? What do I need to do? And then you deal with kids who very likely don't know, grandchildren, neighbors, friends, whoever else might be within that inner circle you were just talking about, Bree. They don't know who to reach out to other than the immediate of, maybe that funeral home or something like that. And they only can help so much. They can only give you so much information and take that so far. So it's really important that you keep a list of that you hold on to that information, that people know. If it's in a binder somewhere, if you've taken care of your estate planning, if you've got things in place, it should be in there. So, powers of attorney, your healthcare directives, what are some of the things that you do and don't want done in case you're not able to make an answer for yourself, in case you have an accident or a health diagnosis that creates that situation where you can't tell them what you want. Make sure they know what your final wishes are,
Advanced directives.
Exactly. Like, do you want to be resuscitated? Do you want to be on machines? Some people do and some people don't. There's not a right or wrong answer. It's just making sure the people in your world know that. It's very, very important. So taking care of the paperwork that will give your family the freedom to know that. Having that conversation, though, is really important as well. Those are hard. They're not easy conversations, but you could put it all on paper. But if your kids, for example, don't know that even exists and where to find it, well, then they might do things that are against your wishes without even knowing it. They're emotional, they're making decisions based on the situation, not based on what you've actually said is your wish. So having the conversation with them, making sure they know you've already done and put in place these things, and here's what those wishes are, and here's where they can find them if the time comes, is just really important. It will bring so much more peace to your family, so much more peace to you, even while you're living, like just knowing that it's taken care of and you are in control of those decisions. You've made the decisions you want made, right? You're not depending on family and just assuming they know what you would want, or anybody else in your circle.
Yeah. And on top of the advanced directives, going back to like the policy information, if you have a hospital coverage that they didn't know about, they could be trying to pay those bills and they don't need to. So it's just, you could have that coverage that's going to pay for that. You could have that life insurance that's already paid for your burial expenses, and they're going to try to pay for that. And it's just,
they don't need to.
No, So it's just nice to have everybody on the same page, make sure they all have that information. And then also, so we, as your, the people you're in contact with a lot, don't reach out to your family. Hey, this has changed within that policy. We just wanted to update you on that. And they're like, oh, mom passed away 4 months ago. And then we're devastated because, again, our clients are our family. And then now we're reopening that wound that we just don't want to do. And we accidentally did. So there's a lot of importance that comes into this. And we just wanted to give that information to you guys and hopefully help alleviate some of that.
Absolutely. I think it's always on our to-do list. Everybody knows it's something that needs to be done. We've just this week, been both in some sessions where we've heard people talking about advanced directives, heard stories, and we've also experienced, as Bree said at the beginning, we've lost some clients this week that it just starts to hit home a little bit harder. We just thought today would be a good time to do a quick video of, okay, this is maybe your reminder, right? Put it at the top of your to-do list. If you haven't done it yet, now's the time to actually take action, right? It's good intentions. We all have them. We all know we need to get to it.
Yeah.
But the sooner you can put that at the top of the list, it's no longer lingering in the back of your mind as something, oh yeah, I need to do that. Give yourself the peace of mind now that it's done. And then also your family, whoever that is, your neighbors, your friends, whoever's going to be involved, that you want to be involved. Again, you're choosing it. You're in control by taking action now. You're deciding who those people are. Make sure that they're aware that you've made these decisions and where they can find information about those decisions and who they need to call when something happens to you. So hopefully this is just your friendly reminder that it's okay. These, again, we understand are hard conversations.
Yeah. And it's not just for Medicare, for
absolutely
any of us that have kids that are married that have life insurance policies. I mean, we all, of all ages, we need to have this stuff in place. And I know my generation doesn't think about that. But being in this world, it just brings it closer to our attention. So I just think it's important for all of us.
And make sure they're updated. I would say that's probably the last thing I would say is, you might have had a life insurance policy from 10 years ago. Is it still the right beneficiary? Is it still the right the right people are listed on that? And then make sure they know that. Again, I can't stress that enough. It's one thing to have the plan and to do the things. That's amazing. That's great. But also make sure people know that you've taken care of that, because that certainly, they can go unnoticed. There's so many life insurance policies that go unclaimed every year because people didn't know. Their beneficiaries, they didn't name a beneficiary, or they did, but they passed away first. There was a divorce in the family or something happened to where there's now no one claiming that. And so just the planning that needs to be done, or updating to your plan that needs to be done. Again, let this be your sign. Do it today.
Thank you for listening. Have a blessed day.